Agostini KPA School, where we are today, and who will be jointly hosting you today to bring welcome and some opening remarks. Ms. Amin Das.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dinesh Das. Assistant Dharmacharya of the Kabir Panth Association, Mahandulam Das. President of the Kabir Panth Association, Mr. Dinesh Das. General Secretary, Chairman of the Kabir Panth Association Education Board of Management, Mr. Rajendranath Ramsundar. Manager of the Agostini Settlement KPA School, Mr. Vishnu Budai. Principal of Separia Road KPA, teachers of Agostini KPA, students, welcome. All invited guests, welcome. And Bandagi Sahib. On behalf of the principal and staff of Agostini Settlement KPA School, we welcome you on this occasion of our annual Kabir Jayanti Quiz 2024. I now pass you over to the chairman of today's proceeding. Thank you, and Bandagi Sahib.
All right, let's give Ms. Amin a round of applause. Now, I want you to practice, because when your fellow students are up here answering all the questions correctly, you need to be applauding loudly. So at this point, I'd like to invite the chairman of the Education Board of Management of the Kabir Panth Association to bring some remarks. Mr. Rajendranath Ramsundar.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman and President of the Kabir Panth Association. Bandagi Sahib, good morning. Mr. Dinesh Das, President of the KPA, Mahandulam Das, Assistant Dharmachar of the Kabir Panth Association, Vishnu Bhai, manager of the Agostini KPA School, principal and teachers and pupils of both schools. I want to extend a very warm welcome to all for our annual Kabir Quiz competition. I trust that it has been a rewarding experience preparing for this quiz. It was designed by the Education Board to promote the teachings of Sadhguru Kabir Sahib and the history of the association and both schools. So I hope it will serve its purpose. In addition, I hope you have had some fun in learning about your history, the history of the association and the school's history, both schools. I would like to wish both teams Kabir Sahib's blessings, and may you have a pleasant experience here at Agostini KPA. I also wish to thank both principals for engaging in this exercise. Do have fun and enjoy the experience. Thank you.
Good. All right, so it is really my pleasure again to moderate the Kabir Quiz 2024. Kabir Sahib's message is indeed deep and resounds with the essence of truth. It is expected that a high level of skill and knowledge will be demonstrated here today by you, dear students. Following are the guidelines for this year's quiz. There will be 5 rounds of questions. Each of the 5 team members will get a question in each round. Each correct answer earns 10 points. There will also be a team question at the end of each round. Each correct answer earns 15 points. For the individual and team questions, the students will have 10 seconds to begin answering once I am finished asking the question. Only the first response will be accepted. Therefore, please think carefully before responding. You can only ask the moderator to repeat the question only once. And I'm happy to say our timer for today is Ms. Rishana from the Sapari Road KPA School, who will be doing the timing. And you will hear a chime at the end of the 10 seconds, which will mean your time is up to begin answering. If a question is answered incorrectly, what happens? It's going to be passed to your corresponding opponent from the other team. If answered correctly, the individual questions earn 5 points, and the team questions earn 10 points. The team with the highest score at the end of the 5 rounds wins. The student with the highest score at the end of the 5 rounds wins the best overall performance prize. Our senior teacher, Mr. Daniel Jagdeo from the Agostini KPA School, will be doing our scoring. You'll be seeing it, fortunately, in a new live digital form on the screen behind us. There is also a prize for Hindi pronunciation adjudicated by Vishnu Budaiji, who is here. And I want to say a special thanks to Ms. Anand Das and family for the donations of the trophies and medals, and of course, Idhamacharya for the Hindi pronunciation prize. So again, may the better team win. So let's see how it goes. Right. So at this point, we always love to hear the children not just answer the questions. We also like to see that the bhajans and the sakis and all these items are actually exhibited and performed. So today we have a special treat. As always, every year, each school is going to be delivering one bhajan. And I would like to invite, first of all, Sapari Road KPA to prepare themselves, come on up to the front, set up their instruments and so on to deliver their bhajan. So let's give a round as they come up, Sapari Road KPA, for their cultural item.
Bye.
bhajan was full of energy and vibrations. I think perfect for this time of the year. It's Kabir Jayanti, it's the month of June, and it's a great way to start our cultural items. At this point, let me invite Agostini KPA to deliver their bhajan. So, congratulations to Agostini KPA for that splendid performance. Miss, a special mention to Miss Srimati. You brought back memories of your dad. I know he tutored you and have really on the Basuri, such a splendid addition as well to the performance this morning. So, let's meet the teams this morning. And so, teachers, if you can get your participants up from both schools, Sipari Road, they're the guests, so let's come up first, Sipari Road KPA. And I believe you are on my left here. So we look forward. Let's give them a round of applause as they come up. Number one, yeah, going down. So it'll be good to have the person who is the team captain maybe closest to me, and then to occupy. So I'm seeing Rakisha, and let me see your tag, Jacob, Maya, Zarian, am I pronouncing it right? Okay, and finally, turn a little bit, Melanie. Okay, all right. So lovely names. So Melanie, Zarian, Maya, Jacob, Rakisha. Okay, so let's welcome Agostini KPA to the tournament space. So let's go. Right, so it is an all-girls team from Agostini. Okay, so nice, but the question I have, where are the boys? They didn't make the cut, right? So great that you can represent the school. So representing Agostini KPA is Taraji, okay. Elena, Jai Devi, Sanjaya and Emma. It's Elena, it's right? Okay, good. So I got one thing correct so far. So, all right. Sanjaya. Yes? Sanjaya. Okay. So correct me if I ever pronounce it wrong. I think Sanjaya and Melanie. Okay, so we will have some fun with these names as we go on. Okay, so let's go. Well, I have a coin here, a bob or 25-cent piece. So can I have, I'll ask Teacher Daniel to do the toss of the coin for me, and we'll invite a representative from each school. Rakisha, maybe you and Taraji. So let's see who is going to go first. All right, so Siparia chooses birds. Let's see. Oh, don't lose my coin, huh? Because I borrowed it. So it is numbers. So in fact, Agostini KPA is going to go first. So let's give them a round of applause as we go. All right, so let me.
Child asks to repeat. The 10 seconds is after you repeat.
Yes, yeah. So should I repeat the rules? Do you need me to? No? Okay. So keep in mind, one part of the rule I'd like to repeat is that you do have 10 seconds to begin answering from the time I'm finished asking the question, and only the first response will be accepted. Also, you have one opportunity to ask me to repeat the question. So if you do, you'll have another 10 seconds from the time I'm completed and repeating the question. All right. So any questions? And of course, the audience, what do you not do? Prompt. That's right. I don't even have to tell you. So great job. All right. So we begin. And let's start with Agostini. So you're going to pass the mic down as we... so let's do a huge round of applause as we begin Kabir Jayanti Quiz 2024. So your question, Taraji, what celebration do we enjoy on the full moon day of June?
Kabir Jayanti.
Correct. All right, good. So let's go to Rakisha, your question. The baby Kabir was discovered in a home, a field, or a lake. Which is correct?
A lake.
Correct. All right, question now to Elena. What is the name of this lake?
Lahar Talab.
Lahar Tara, or we would also accept Lahar Tara Talab. Okay, very good. So let's go to your question now, Jacob. Who was the first to discover baby Kabir on the lotus?
Ashanan Swami.
Okay, incorrect. So we go now to, the question goes to Alina. Back to you, Alina. Who was the first to discover baby Kabir on the lotus?
Nima.
Nima, correct. That is the answer. All right. So we now go to your question, Jai Devi. What is the meaning of the term Satguru?
True teacher or preceptor.
Correct, true preceptor. So your question, Maya. What is the term used for the true God or true name?
Sadguru.
Sadguru, we'll accept that as well. And we can also use true name as Satnam. Correct. Okay. Let's go to the question now to Sanjaya. Sanjaya, what is the initials for the Kabir Panth Association?
KPA.
KPA. All right, that was an easy one. Correct. Question to you, Zarian. In what city of India can one find the birthplace of baby Kabir?
Kashi.
Kashi, correct. We will also we would have accepted Varanasi, which is what it's called today, or Banaras, which it was called in the past as well. So your question now, Emma. In what year was baby Kabir discovered on the lotus?
1398.
1398, correct. And Malene, what part of the name Kabir means power?
Bir.
Bir, correct. Very good. All right, so let's go to your team question, and we go to the team question first to Agostini, and of course, what part of the name Kabir means body?
Ka.
Ka, correct. And the question now to Siparia, your team question, what term means loving devotion for God?
Nirgun Bhakti.
Correct, bhakti. All right. So let's see the scoring after round one. So I just turn a little bit, and we have Agostini on 70, and we have Sipari Road KPA on 55. So let's give both teams a round of applause. And keep in mind, this is only after round one. So we have how many rounds to go again? 4. 4, right. And so all the jitters are out of the way. You all feel a little more comfortable?
No.
Yeah, after round one? No? Okay. So believe me, it's only going to get easier. So let's go with round 2. So your question, Taraji from Agostini. Who was the foremost disciple of Sadguru Kabir Sahib in Kali Yuga?
Dharmadas.
Dharmadas. Correct? Your question here, Rakisha, what is the most important ritual performed by Kabir Panth?
Chauka.
Chauka, correct? So let's go to your question, Alina. What is the most important fruit used in the Chauka ritual?
Coconut.
The
Coconut.
coconut, all right. And specifically is it a green coconut or a dried coconut? Dried, yeah? So it's a dried coconut, but we'll accept coconut, correct. So let's go to Jacob, your question. What is the term used for the canopy in the Chauka ceremony?
Chandani.
Chandani, correct. All right, so your question now, Jai Devi. What do you understand by the term Sahaj Samadhi?
Simple union with God.
Correct, very good. Maya, your question. Who is the present spiritual head of the Kabir Panth worldwide?
Sri Hazur 1008 Artnam Sahib.
Oh, very good. Good answer. And let's go to Sanjaya. Who is the spiritual head of the KPA in Trinidad and Tobago? No prompting. All right, so your time is up. So let's transfer this question to Zarian. Who is the spiritual head of the Kabir Panth Association in Trinidad and Tobago?
His Holiness Sri Mahan Deodadas Sahib.
Very good, correct. All right, so your question now, Zarian. Give the term used for the true pathway to God.
Repeat the question, please.
Okay, I will. Give the term used for the true pathway to God.
Sahas Samadhi.
No, we wouldn't accept that. So we transfer the question over to Sanjaya. Give the name or the term used for the true pathway to God.
Satya Maharaj.
Satya Maharaj, correct. All right, and Emma, your question. How do you call the circular movement of the sacred light over something or person?
Arti.
Arti, correct. And Melanie, what is the main ritual performed at both schools for Kabir Jayanti?
Chauka.
Chauka, correct. All right. So we are through with the individual questions. Well done, teams. And we go now to the team question, and let's go to Agostini. What instruction did Sadhguru Kabir Sahib leave for us?
Help those in need and remember God.
Perfect. Remember God, feed the hungry, and help those in need. Very good. Your question, Sipari, your team question, what kind of bhakti did Kabir practice?
Devotions along the pathway of truth.
Okay, no, we are looking for Nirgun Bhakti. Nirgun Bhakti, all right? So, yes, so we want to get a score, and I know it's on the board now. We have in round 2, Agostini did 60 points and Siparia 45. And Agostini now leading at 130, Siparia at 100. So let's give both teams a round of applause. Now, children, you recognize that it can go either way. We are not even halfway through. And questions are moving from one team to the next. So there is still a tremendous amount that can happen in these last 3 rounds. So let's start with round 3. So let's go to your question, Taraji. Who was the founder of the Kabir Panth in Trinidad?
Mahan Deodadas.
No, incorrect. So we transfer the question over to your colleague here, Rakisha. Who was the founder of the Kabir Panth in Trinidad?
Mahant Mitudas.
Correct. The late Mahant Mitudas. So let's go to your question. And I'm hearing and seeing a little prompting, so be careful, no prompting, because for the individual questions, these must only be answered by the child, the individual who the question is asked to. All right? So, in what year was the KPA incorporated? Rakisha.
1932.
1932, correct. So your question, Alina, who was the first Dharmachar of the Kabir Panth Association in Trinidad?
Mahan Deodadas.
Okay, no, incorrect. So it goes to Jacob. Let me repeat the question. Who was the first Dharmachar of the Kabir Panth Association in Trinidad?
Sri Jagadas.
Correct. The late Mahant Jagadas. Correct. Very good. So let's go to your question now, Jacob. Which of the two KPA schools was first established?
Superior Road, KPA.
All right, very good. So if you didn't know that, I think you'd have to walk home to Superior. So, and so let's go to your question now, Jai Devi. So, who was the first principal of the Superior Road KPA school?
Mr. Isaac Dindial.
Yes, the late Isaac Dindial. So let's go to Maya, your question. Who is the present principal of the Superior Road KPA school?
Mr. Vijay Singh.
Okay. Again, if you didn't know that, I'll have to have a chat with Vijay. So, question to you, Sanjaya. Who is the present principal of the Agostini Settlement KPA school?
We have no principal. We only have an acting principal.
Well, give me the name of the acting principal.
Mr. Amin Das Mahabir.
Well, the last I checked, it's Miss Amindas Mahabir. So, but we'll give you correct. All right, correct. So give her a round of applause. Let's go to Zarian. Your question, Mr. Rajendranath Ramsundar plays what role in the KPA?
General Secretary.
Correct. He's also chairman of the education board, so that is also correct. All right, so your question, Emma. Mr. Bim Singh, who has what role in the education board of the KPA?
The Secretary.
Secretary, correct. And your question now, Malene, who is the present president of the KPA? All right, so the question goes to Emma. Who is the present president of the KPA? I'm seeing, Jai Devi, you need to be totally silent during individual questions, okay? Let's go, Emma. All right, so I am not as popular as I thought I was. The answer is Dinesh Das, yours truly. So let's go to the team questions. So we go first to Agostini KPA. Where can we find the headquarters of the Kabir Panth Association? Team questions, so you all could talk for this one only. Team questions.
Agostini.
Agostini Settlement KPA School. So I will take Agostini, so give them a round of applause. All right, and your team question, Superior, what position did the late Ram Bahadur Singh hold in the Kabir Panth Association?
The first president of the KPA.
Okay, a past president, so we will give that totally correct. So give them a round of applause. So let's see the scores after round 3. So there has been some movement, right? So Agostini scored 45 on round 3, Superior 65. Agostini now leading by only a thin margin of 10 points at 175, Superior at 165. So Superior, well done in round 3. Let's see what happens in round 4. So we have 2 more rounds to go. How is it going so far, audience? Good? Okay. I think it's going great. Let's see how it goes. Yes. Yeah. So let's go with your question to Agostini, round 4. And now we move into the Sakis and Bhajans. So listen carefully. And so what part of a Saki says that gods are gurus?
Guru de Brahma, Guru de Vishnu, Guru de Devu Maheshwara.
Correct. Very good. And Rakisha, what part of the Saki tells us about the primordial being?
Param Brahma.
Very good. Parama Brahma. So your question, Alina, what term is used to state that you and I are the same in spirit?
Soham.
Soham. Very good. So Jacob, your question, what Saki Sumiran says that we should do Sumiran, Arti and Bhajan?
Can you repeat that, please?
Okay. What Saki says that we should do Sumiran, Arti and Bhajan?
Sanya, Simran, Arti.
Good. And you could have gone Arti, Bhajan, Barose Das and go on there, but very good, we'll accept that answer. So we go to Jaidevi, your question. What part of the Saki says, do devotion with mind, words and actions as long as you have breath in your body? All right, so this question goes to Maya. What part of the Saki says, do devotion with mind, words, and action as long as you have breath in your body? All right, so what are we looking for? Anybody wants to say? Yeah, Jacob? Right. Mansa Vacha Karmanal Jabala Gatame Swas. That's what we're looking for. All right, so let's go to your question, Maya. What is the meaning of Bhausagar?
The ocean of mundane existence.
The ocean of mundane existence or the ocean of reincarnation. Correct. Question to you, Sanjaya. What part of the Saki tells us to recollect the name of God in every breath?
Hansa.
Yes, be careful. I am looking at prompters, and you know what will happen? There'll be a deduction of marks. Okay? So no prompting. All right, sit up, Sanjaya. Jai sorry. All right, the time has gone, so the question goes to Zarian.
Could you repeat the question?
So the question is, what part of the Saki tells us to recollect the name of God in every breath?
Swasake Karasumrani.
No, we are looking for swasa swasa me namli. Okay? Swas does mean breath, but it doesn't mean we're looking for the namli, the name of God. All right? So let's go to your question. What is the term for the deep form of jap without using beads or reciting with the tongue?
Ajapako Jap.
Ajapa jap. Correct. So your question, Emma, what is the meaning of Satnam Satpurush?
You can repeat the question, please.
What is the meaning of Satnam Satyapurush? All right, so the question goes to Malene at Sapari Roads, KPA. Melanie, sorry. What is the meaning of Satyam Satpurush? All right, so what are we looking for? Satya means true. True name or true Almighty God? Either one would have worked. The true Almighty God or the true name of God. Anyone. So that is the answer we're looking for. So your question now. What is the meaning of Bandho Charana Saroja Guru?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Okay. What is the meaning of Bandho Charan Saroja Guru? So let's go to Emma. What is the meaning of Bandho Charan Saroja Guru?
Bow to the feet of the Guru.
Correct. Very good. All right, so let's go to your team questions now. And this is to Agostini. What is the meaning of the term Hansa?
Purified souls.
Purified soul. Okay, let's see if we'll accept that. Okay, all right, so we'll accept it. Purified or liberated, correct? So your question, Siparia Road KP, your team question, what is the meaning of the term Shabd?
Words.
Very good, words. Very good. All right, so let's see after round 4. Did anything change? I'm seeing a change. Agostini on 215, Sipari Road on 220. So let's give Sipari a round of applause. Agostini, this round, you can catch up, so anything can happen. So let's make this round extremely competitive, and we are also on to the last round, round 5. So let's see how it goes here. So let's start with Agostini. What bhajan says, Lord, I welcome you into my existence and seek thy blessings?
Param Brahma.
Parama Mangal, correct? Very good. Which stanza, Rakeshas, of the bhajan Parama Mangal instructs us to pray for help? Just the first line.
You can repeat the question.
Okay, which stanza of the bhajan Parama Mangal instructs us to pray for health?
Pura ka avaruda hai.
No, we are looking, so we transfer the question now to Taraji. Which stanza of the bhajan Parama Mangal instructs us to pray for health? All right, so we're looking for Adi Vyadi Upadi Adi Anada Se Piche Lage. All right, so let's go to your question, Alina. What bhajan reminds us that I, God, is always with you? Where are you looking for me?
Vadenu Mesahe.
No, so we transfer the question over to Jacob. What bhajan reminds us that I, God, is always with you? Where are you looking for me?
Moko Kaha.
Very good. Moko kaha dunle bande. So let's go to your question, Jacob. What bhajan tells us that there are 4 yugas?
Varano Mesahe.
Varno Mesahib. Very good. So your question now, Aline Jaidevi, in the said bhajan, Varnome Sahib, what was Kabir Sahib's name in Satyug?
Achinta Parush.
Achint Purush, correct? Maya, your question, which part of the bhajan Gungataka Patakolare says he dwells in every heart?
Rangama Halame.
No, we wouldn't accept that answer. So the question goes to Jaidevi. What part of the bhajan Gungataka Patakol says he dwells in every heart?
Gata, gata, gata.
All right, so what are we looking for? Gata gata ramata ramaya. Okay, so that's the answer. Okay, so let's go to your question now at Agastini Sanjaya. What part of the bhajan says God is in us as a light? All right, so this goes to Zarian. What part of the bhajan says God is in us as light?
Ranga Mahalame Deepa Bharatahe.
Very good. So we go to your question now, Zarian. Anahada Bhaja Dolari tells us that God is in us as
Sound.
sound. Very good. So we go to your question, Emma. In what yuga Kabir assumed the name of Muninda?
You can repeat the question, please.
All right. In what yuga Kabir assumed the name of Muninda?
Treta Yuga.
Treta Yuga, correct. So your question now at Siparia, in what yuga was the soul of Indramati liberated?
Dwapara Yuga.
Dwapara Yuga, correct. So hold the mic a little closer so everybody can hear the answer. So let's go to our team question. This is your final team question, Agostini. Who liberated 12 souls in Satyug?
Achinta Purush.
Achin Purush, correct. And your question, and your final question, your team question, Siparia, in what yuga are we living in?
Kali Yuga.
Kali Yuga. Right. So let's see the final tally. We have Agostini on 260, and we have Siparia Road KPA, our winner today, on 275. So give a round of applause to Siparia Road KPA. And so I want to congratulate both teams. You all did very well. And I want to say it was a very competitive. You all realize it went back and forth. Agostini was leading in the first 2 rounds, and then Siparia caught up a little bit in round 3, and then I think it went from there too. So well done. I'm very, very happy of the performance. So let's give all of the participants a hearty round of applause. So we move on to our recognition and prize giving. And first of all, we want to recognize every one of you for your dedication, for your time that you spent, and really your commitment to preparing for this quiz 2024. So let me invite Ms. Amin Das to actually present the medals, first of all, to our winning school, Siparia Road KPA, for the participants here. So you can rest down the microphone, maybe on the stand there in the meantime. And so as you come up, let's give them a round of applause. Maybe to the center, Ms. Amin, so that, and can we have some assistance with the medals and the prizes as we present them. So let's present to the team at Siparia, starting with Rakisha. Give them a round of applause. Right, so Jacob. And you know, I have to say about Jacob, Jacob started out a little shaky with his first question, but guess what happened? He got off and he answered every single question thereafter. So very well done, Jacob.
Both Jacob and Zaria end up in the same school.
Wait, okay. All right, so let's go to Maya. A round of applause. Zarian. And I hope I get it, Melanie, your medal. So congratulations to Separate Road KPA. And let me invite, thank you, Ms. Amin. Let me invite the principal of Separate Road KPA to make the presentations to the children at Agostini. So, Mr. Vijay Singh. All right, Taraji. Photo. Alina. Shai Devi from Agostini. Sanjaya. And of course, Emma. Emma was a little bit nervous before, but she did extremely well, so give her an extra round of applause. All right, so we go now to the, I think Vishnuji should have the best Hindi pronunciation. So let me ask you to maybe make a couple comments and then we'll award this prize.
Okay, thank you very much, Bandagi Sahib. The judging any competition is not an easy task, all right? On the basis of Hindi, the students answered the questions okay when the time was required. But my job was to look at the Hindi pronunciation. And that was the key factor this morning. Should I? Oh, yes.
You will also do the presentation.
Okay. So I think the president hinted a little while ago who it is. I think he answered the questions properly, and I think the Hindi pronunciation was the best among these students here. So that prize goes to Jacob. I don't know the last name.
You could make the presentation. I picked it up, but I wasn't the judge for this. So congratulations, Jacob, for your fine performance today. All right, great job, Jacob. And let's go to the, I think we have a little conundrum today. And let me invite the Assistant Dharmachar to make this presentation. Now, this is the best overall student. But I believe, from what I was told, we have a tie. Do we? Yes? Both Jacob and Zarian are tied for the best overall performing students. And I was asking where the boys were, but they are certainly here at Siparia. And so let's give, so both of you will have to come up. We'll, I think it's a shared trophy, so I don't know if, please don't cut it in half. Yeah, so congratulations to both Zarian and Jacob. Let's give them a resounding round of applause. Right, so my suggestion to the both young men, you keep it for half of the year and you keep it for the other half. And I think it goes... Oh, thanks, Jacob. That was kind of him. He said he already had one. So let's give them another round of applause. All right. So we move now to the challenge trophy, and I will ask Ms. Amindas again and the General Secretary to come up. It's a pretty big trophy. It was held for the last year at Siparia. It was held for years here at Agostini, but it seemed like it's very comfortable in Siparia. So we want to formally present this to the students. You'll have to rest down your trophies and come up, but I will also like the principal and the teachers who assisted to also join us on stage here at the front to receive this. So children, come up and receive your reward. We'll have to do the plaque, to note Siparia Road KPA. So our champion for 2024, Kabir Quiz 2024 is Siparia Road KPA. Let's give them a round of applause. Look to the front. All right, hip, hip, hip. Hooray! All right. Yes, so a really hearty congratulations. I have to say, all of you did well. I would love students from both schools. You can congratulate each other after for your very, very good performance. Very, very excellent performance, actually, in the quiz. So I would like to say thanks to Sankhya Television for being here. And of course, thanks to the principal and staff of both schools for having the children so well prepared. Thank you to the audience for being so involved. And I realize some of you knew a lot of the answers out there. Because when I was giving the correct answers for a few, you all were saying it. So maybe next time you could be up here. I don't know if you're all in standard 4, any of you. So I want to say a very sincere thanks to the team at Agostini for preparing this venue, and of course the refreshments, Ms. Amin and your team, and of course our PA system, Rain Sounds, for their involvement. And I think we have an honorary Agostini KPA member here. Usha Ji, you and your husband have been so helpful and contributing so much, Sheldon, in terms of the contribution here at Agostini. Again, thanks to the Assistant Harmachar, our members of the executive who are here, our scorer, our timer. Great job, Teacher Daniel. I really like the digital timing. I think it's the way to go, so very well done. So again, thanks to all of you. I hope I didn't leave out anybody, and especially you, the children, for just being here. Without you, we have no quiz. So, and I'm certain, I could tell you this, we can put the adults here and they may not be able to answer most of the questions. So you all did extremely well, both Agostini and Siparia. And my advice to you, remember the message of Sadhguru Kabir Sahib, because it's a very deep and very, very inspiring message that can help you through your entire life after you leave Agostini. So I will encourage you, the bigger win here today is that you will remember some of the messages of Sadhguru Kabir Sahib. Yeah? So, thank you very much. I will invite our Assistant Harmachar to do a closing prayer as we conclude at this time.
Pandegi Sahib, everyone. if you all think you had fun and it was exciting, well, I have another thought coming for you. But spare a moment, close your eyes, meditate on the form of Satguru Kabir Sahib as we seek his blessings. Bando Charna Saroj Guru Muramangal Yagar Yahi Sevata Nar Hota Hai Bausagar Ke Par. चरण बंदगी शरण सेवा अजर मोर विस्तार साहिब कबीर को बंदगी पहुँचे उतरे सिर से बार कहें कबीर सुनो धर्मदास चरण बंदगी करो प्रकाश ज्ञानी ध्यानी नागर निर्बानी कुटारी बंदारी कट दर्शन चार संपरा बावन बारे चार गुरु पंच प्यारे की दया सब कोई बंदगी साहिब